I don't know, it must have an impact for you to give him that rousing welcome. That was a very rousing one. You kept clapping and clapping for him. So we're also trying to encourage entrepreneurial skills, okay, so that you would also have something doing. And that's why we usually say, when you have an opportunity to work in a company, it's an opportunity, and don't throw away that opportunity, because that opportunity might not come again. So that is the reason why we implement Siwes, and also to enlist and strengthen employer involvement in the entire educational process and prepare students for employment in industry and commerce. And in order to achieve these stated objectives, the bodies involved in the scheme must play their respective roles accordingly. We have different stakeholders. You are also a stakeholder. Please tell your neighbor you're a stakeholder. Say it very loud so that you know you are a stakeholder. Yes, you are also a stakeholder. One of the roles of the stakeholders in Siwes, we look at, the stakeholders are federal government, the Industrial Training Fund, supervisory regulatory agencies, tertiary institutions like yours, students as well. You are also a stakeholder. So let us look at the role of the federal government. Let's look at the role of the federal government. The federal government's role is to provide adequate funds to the Industrial Training Fund, because the Industrial Training Fund, we are the regulatory agency. Through the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. The federal government is also to make policies to guide and regulate the scheme at the national level. To also formulate policies are also the roles of the Industrial Training Fund. We have to formulate policies and guidelines on Siwes for distribution to all the Siwes participating bodies, which we have been doing. We also to receive and process master and placement lists from the institutions and supervising agencies. To also supervise and assess students' performance on attachment. And that's why many of you come to our offices. We have our offices spread all over Nigeria. There's nowhere you go to in this country. There's no states you go to. The Industrial Training Fund is represented. There's an office of the ITF. The Industrial Training Fund is also to disburse allowance to students and their supervisors. So even for what you're doing, there's stipends that the Industrial Training Fund will be reimbursing to you, will be given to you. The head of finance will tell you how much it is and how you can enjoy that benefit. We also give to students, we also give to the supervisors who will also be supervising you during your period of Siwes. The Industrial Training Fund also regularly organizes orientation programs for students prior to their attachment. Just like what we're doing. You are here for an orientation program, which is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Any program organized, called orientation, so to speak, and the Industrial Training Fund is not involved. It's not an orientation program. We are also to provide logistics and materials necessary for effective administration of the scheme, such as documents as ITF for gate and the SCAF form, which we have been providing. Vet and process students' logbooks and ITF for gate. We're also supposed to vet your logbooks. Don't worry, we're also going to be explaining to you what the logbooks looks like and how you should fill the logbooks. Those your logbooks have to be filled accordingly, because your payment is subject to your logbooks. So it depends. The logbook will tell us the activities, how many weeks, how many months you have spent during the program, and that will be calculated for your payments. So if there's no logbook filled, then that means that you are not entitled to any form of payments. And according to our records, you have not done the Siwes program. The institutions also have a role to play as stakeholders. You have to establish Siwes coordinating units in your institutions, appoint full-time industrial coordinators to operate the scheme. scheme and institutional level. You also to apply job specification as prepared for all the accredited courses and award appropriate credit units in accordance with the federal government minimum academic standards. The institutions are also to prepare and submit master and placement lists, which you have been doing. Kudos to Engineer Orochi, to their respective coordinating agencies and the ITF. You also to identify placement opportunities for students. Attachment. I'm sure you've been doing that. You can assist them with placements, but you also can identify where you want to work. Probably you identify a job placement for yourself. You can discuss that with your Siwes director, and he will also assist you to making the right choice. The institutions are also to organize revision courses like we're doing today in collaboration with the Industrial Training Fund for their students and others involved in the scheme. You have to also supervise students on attachments and sign their logbooks. So there's a portion where your supervisor also needs to sign. If your supervisor does not sign, the ITF cannot sign. Some students will come from long distances and they will come without signed logbooks. There's no way we can sign your logbook if your supervisor has not signed. The supervisor will sign first, then even your supervisor at the workplace will also sign, then ITF will sign. A minimum of 2 visits should be made to the student by your institution-based supervisor during the period of attachment. The institution should also maintain separate account books for Siwes and submit comprehensive reports on the scheme to the Industrial Training Fund after the program. The employers also have a role to play. The employers are those who will accept you for job placement. Collaborate with the institutions in preparation of job specification for the approved courses for Siwes. The employers are also to accept students and assign them to relevant on-the-job training as stipulated in ITF Decree number 47 as amended in 1990. Employers are supposed to accept you for Siwes. They are not supposed to take monies from you. We've heard a lot of reports where employers of labor will be asking students to bring money to pay for Siwes. It's wrong. I don't want you to know that. Attach experienced staff to students for effective training and supervision. They are also to grade students as provided for in the assessment form and the ITF Form 8 at the end of the program and submit same to the institution. They are also to complete stamp on behalf of students, sign stamp and return same to the ITF area office. The stamp forms, the ITF Form 8 will be shown to you by the time Mrs. Akinola, the head of training, is having a presentation. She will explain that to you. The employers of labor are also to inspect. They're supposed to sign and stamp students' logbooks on a weekly basis. So you must ensure that your workplace supervisors endorse, they must sign your logbooks. They must endorse it, they must inspect it on a weekly basis. As a student, what is your role? You also have a role to play. Please tell yourself, I have a role to play. You are also supposed to attend institutions orientation program. I want to believe that everybody is here. And in Oroji, because I have seen these entities, I don't know whether they were intentional. Intentional. Okay. So you are supposed to attend the orientation program. You are also to document documentation with respect to your staff form. You are also to document your Form 8 logbooks, and you are also to be obedient to organization rules and regulations. It's very important that you are obedient. When you get to the organization, you should ask for their policies, their manuals. They usually have manuals concerning the policies of the organization, the rules and regulations, so that you can abide with rules and regulations. And there are some rules and regulations that are not written. Nobody will write in their manual, don't fight, but you are not expected to fight. They may not write it, it's a culture. So you are expected to be obedient, to obey rules and regulations. Is she okay? Why is she puts down her head? Are you okay? She listen, don't sleep. Are you okay? I can hear you. Are you feeling okay? Why are you putting down your head? You should be obedient to organizational rules and regulations. Then your dressing should also be appropriate. You know, we usually say to ourselves that the way we dress is the way we are dressed. Please make sure that when you get to the organization, you dress the way we see you now. Because students, they will dress in a way at school, but when their parents are not there, they dress in another kind of way. Or maybe when your supervisors are not there in school, when you get to the organization, please, the way you are dressing is the way you should go and dress there. Because if you dress like a prostitute, you will be taken as a prostitute. If you dress with like somebody who is responsible, of course you'll be treated in a responsible way. And sometimes you might not even dress like a prostitute, or you might dress very carelessly. When I mean carelessly, probably dirty. You might just look dirty. Maybe your clothes are rumpled or they are even dirty. Please always make sure that when you are in the organization, you dress well. When you dress well, people always want to associate with those that dress well. People want to extend good hand of fellowship to people who dress well. When you dress well, you have nothing to lose. I might say something. It's very important. Your dressing is very, very important. Because when you dress well, it attracts people to you. If you don't dress, you can imagine if you are working with me and you don't dress well. Probably I'm coming for a program like this. I probably maybe had intentional. It has happened before many times. I've had some staff that I would have intention to go out with them. I might not tell you you are going to go out with me that day. Only for me to come to the office and I see you looking shabby. I won't take you out. So it's very important. Some students will say, oh, they don't like me, nobody likes me. They like you. It's your dress that they don't like. Okay? So your dress sense is very important. Let's be neat with our dressing. Let's be clean. And let's not dress carelessly or loosely. Let's not expose ourselves. Let's dress like the children of God that we are. Then we should also learn to safeguard the patent rights of the organization. If you are in a department where information should not go out, probably because you are in that department, you don't just give out information because you have privilege or you have privy to certain information. Please don't give it out. You don't give out the patent right of organizations. You can be sued. They can sue you to court. Then we should also be safety cautious. Because many times, as technical students, there's a tendency for you to work in manufacturing companies, work in companies where they produce, there's a lot of production going on. And if you work in an organization where there's a lot of production going on, then you want to be safety conscious. They say safety first and what always. Like I said here, in your code of conduct, students must be neatly and properly dressed at all times, while on attachment. The way you are dressed is the way you are dressed. Good dressing makes you appear responsible. And you should have good moral conduct. Students must be of good moral conduct to avoid any form of abuse. And you should have good communication and human relations. You must exhibit good human relations with other workers. Don't go there and be rude. Even a good morning in a very pleasant way can go a long way. I want to believe that you are very respectful here. And please, when you get to the organization, extend that good relationship, good communication skills. Learn to always be respectful. When you say yes, ma'am. Is there anything wrong in saying yes, ma'am? Hello? Or you say yes, sir? Is there anything wrong in saying yes, sir? Okay, what is the difference between yes, ma'am and yes, madam? Who can tell me? Just raise up your hand, let me see. What's the difference between yes, ma'am and yes, madam? Anybody? You want to try? Try now. Yes. Are you raising up your hand? You don't want to try? Okay, I will call somebody. If you don't want to try, then I will call somebody. Yes, you want to try? You in the dark shirt. You want to, you know yourself that you're wearing black shirt. You don't want to try. You don't know the difference between yes and yes, madam. Eh? You must talk to me. What's the difference between yes? Come, let's give him a round of applause. Clap for him. No, I don't like this clap. I don't like this clap. You didn't try, and somebody wants to try. You don't want to clap for it. Clap again for him.
Yes, madam. The boss, the female boss. Yes, madam. I'm used to elderly people.
Give him a round of applause. I need to make an attempt. And I want to correct. It's so easy to say yes, sir. Even when you see small boy, they will say yes, sir. I don't know. Maybe because a lot of people tend to respect men easier than the women flock. So when you say yes, ma'am, it's more respectful to say yes, ma'am than to say yes, madam. Are you all seeing me? Hello? When you say you are saying yes, madam, to your boss, is your boss not older than you? Hello? Is your boss also not elderly? Are we together? Because, yes, madam, you can only use it for somebody who you're on the same level. When you're on the same level, I don't expect you at your level, at your age, to see your madam. Maybe, okay, let me not talk about our mommy, the rector, because she's your mommy. Where's that my sister that was comparing for us? What's her name? The first sister. Pardon? Mrs. Gilligan. I would expect you to see Mrs. Gilligan and to say, yes, madam. Is she your madam? She's not your madam. What will you say to her? That is it. When you go to the word of work, you know that even that alone has caused some hatred for some students. You'll be saying, yes, madam, to your boss. If it's a boss that is nice, she can even correct you. But if it's a boss that is not nice, she will just mark you. That guy, that boy is very rude. What has he done? It's very rude. It's very rude. Then when good things are coming, they will take you out of it. Good things will not come out of your life in Jesus' name. So, say yes, ma'am. I want you to learn it. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. I will yes. You don't say yes, madam. They are not your madam. You are children. As children, you should be respectful. Are we together? Some men will say they cannot tell somebody to carry bag. I remember that I had a driver one time. He says he doesn't carry bag for women, but he carries bag for men. I called him and said, look, if you don't want good things to go beyond you, better start carrying bag for women. Hello? There was a day he wanted me to speak for him at the headquarters. And I told him, I'm sorry, I can't speak for you because you don't carry bag for women. Yes, now, you want a favor from me. and you cannot carry my bag. And go to the men that will speak for you. Do you understand? Please, is there any harm in doing that? Does it bring out any hair from your body? It does not destroy anything in your life. Humility, please tell your neighbor, humility. Tell yourself, your neighbor, be humble. Humility takes you to the altitude. Tell your neighbor, humility takes you to the altitude. We say attitude is altitude. When you have the right attitude, when you are humble, it takes you to the highest top. In fact, the sky is beyond your limits. Are we together? It doesn't take anything away from you. Because you never know what can use for you. And I was able to speak for him. Where this boy is today, he has now gotten a promotion ahead of his peers. A man could not do it for him. It was the same woman that could not carry the bag. Hello? I don't know why it's always like that with women. A lot of men think, oh, I have asked my wife in the house. We are not your wife, so we are your bosses, your madam. Hello? So I'm thinking to the male gender, because it's always common with the male gender. They want to give women the respect that they should have. But I want you to learn it as students, as children, that be humble. It does not take anything away from you. And I'm happy that Baba Teboye is a good model, is a good role model of humility. So you know where you should get your humility from. You should be humble. It doesn't take anything away from you. And that brings me to attitude. Your attitude to work must be positive and not negative. You must be committed and do not exhibit unethical behavior. And when you're talking about attitude to work, also you should be regular at work. You should also be regular and attend work all the time. Some people are regular at work, but when it comes to attendance, they are not. Attendance, they are being regular is two things. You can come to work every day. Does not mean you come at the right time. Attendance means if they say you should work at 8 a.m., you are at work at 7:30 a.m. That is what attendance means. But regular to work is that you should be coming to work on a daily basis. Yes, Mondays to Friday. There are even some workplaces. They can even tell you to come to work on Saturdays. Some even say come to work on Sundays. When that happens, please try to come to work when you can. Please do it. Come. It gives you a good upgrade. It gives you a good personality. It gives a positive personality about you. So when you know you cannot come on a weekend, let them know the reason. It must be genuine. But don't try to run away from work when you're supposed to be at work. There are some students who say, I'm coming to work only Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They're giving themselves days of work. If you are supposed to be at work Mondays to Fridays, please always be at work. It's a good attitude. John Mayer said, Joyce Mayer, she said, your work, he said, let your attitude be your best friend and not your worst enemy. You need your attitude to be always positive. Let your attitude not drive people away from you. Let your attitude rather attract people to you. Trade secret of the employer. Do not reveal the trade secret of the employer. It must not be revealed to competitors or consider or to outsiders to the company. Obey all rules and regulations of the employer. Avoid entering unauthorized places. Avoid the use of unauthorized machines, tools, and equipment. And do not impersonate being who you are. When they give you identification cards, don't use their ID card and become claiming who you are not. Some people will be using ID card of their companies to say they are even the directors of the company. Please, don't claim who you are not. It's impersonation. Yes, like I said, be punctual, be regular, At work, do not use the period of attachment for trading and roaming about or traveling without permission. I want to say that as you go out, be the ambassador of not only yourself, not only your family, but of your organization and of this great school, Rectem. So when you go out, be of your very best behavior. And I pray that as you start your attachment, the Almighty God will help you in Jesus' name. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon. Thank you, ma'am. Great Rectem students. You are champions indeed. You've been told the history of Siwes and what is expected of you. We are going to look at the technical section and the things you should do while on attachment. We look at guidelines on Siwes attachment. Like you said, Siwes is students with a strong work experience, and there are expectations that you as a very important stakeholder should perform while you're on the field. Because if you're not a stakeholder of Siwes, there's no Siwes. So without you, there's no Siwes. And so you need to pay attention at this point so that you will do the right things. And then get your logos and then take the necessary documentations. You as a polytechnic student are supposed to be on attachment for 4 months. Like Engineer Rogers said, 4 months is compulsory. Universities is 6 months. Polytechnics, monotechnics, and colleges of education are supposed to be out of the field for 4 months. And if you don't complete the 4 months, which means your logbook will not be signed by the ITF, and then you need to be Siwes. So it's very, very important that we complete the 4 months. Now, what are the documentations that we are going to need while on the field? The documentations that we need while on the field. The first one is what we call the scarf form. The scarf form. Let's go to the slide that has the scarf form.
Like in my pocket. This one.
The scarf form is what we call the student's commencement of attachment form. Student's commencement of attachment form. This is one of the forms that you will follow while on the field, and it's very, very important. Please, let's go back to that form. Let's just have that form. And it's very important that you have this form. What this form does, what it tells us as ITF is that we have the students on the field. Once you submit this form to our office, this form informs us that this student is doing attachment in social organization. So this form is usually submitted to the nearest ITF area office 2 weeks into the commencement of your attachment. Once you report to a place, by the 2nd week, you're supposed to fill this form and submit to the nearest ITF area office. You've been told earlier that we have area offices in almost every state of the Federation. So when you're looking, write your name, your serial number 1. When we have serial numbers, sometimes you might be up to 2 or 3 in an organization. You people can use one form, especially when you are doing the same program. So you will give it to life students, the right serial number, the name of student, then your course of study, and your level, then the period of attachment.
I don't think I'll be able to charge it.
Why? It's charging.
Yeah, it's charging, but it will be disturbing the movement of like the wire will be obstructing it.
But can you keep it steady? Don't move up and down.
But let's see if we do it like something above it now.
Without a star. Side, but there's no star. The essence of the star is to tell the ITA that you are actually in the organization. Anybody can feel this and sign it and submit it. An official star promotes that you are serving the organization.
No, what we're trying to do is this. But I think it's this thing. Switch it up. This person of it camera thing. So advertising is offside and be taken offside.
So when you're actually writing the name of organization, address, and then your institution, the phone number of the organization, and the organization, you're supposed to choose. When you look at the back of this one, that addresses of all IT organizations. You can get a good rating. And after that, the person that signed the form writes his name, specification, then you write the address, and then you sign and stamp. Don't forget that in all the documentation, stamp
The
is the most. You cannot forget. Once you get to an organization, please find that official stamp. If you don't have, can be a problem. Because when you don't write it, but there's no stamp, nobody will attend to you. So they will sign it and stamp it and date it. But when you now get back to school, you submit to the Siwes director, and then you fill the part C. It is the Siwes directorate that eventually submits this form
I'm not
to the ICA at the point of verification of the work. So the form eventually come back.
working that way.
You submit it back to the school. What you do is that you come back to
I don't think it's possible.
And
it's
this
wide.
one is
There's nothing impossible.
absolutely
Try it now.
But
what there's no profit, nobody will pay.
Connect.
let's plug it first.
Now, the next document for query is the logbook. The logbook is any of you have the logbook? Okay, yes.
Put it on, put it on.
So this is a sample of the logbook that you obtain from your institution while going on attack. So every student should go with this.
No.
Now, the logbook
Put it on first, put it on.
is the book
Put
where
it on.
you document all your
It's in a
students
stable on it.
while on the field.
Is it at center?
Every day you report to your place of work. You will document everything you have done for that day. So you will enter your page, you will put your passport photograph. Please put a recent passport photograph. Don't be the one that you have when you're doing secondary school. When you're about to do secondary
I
school.
think
Put
secular
a
is
recent one that you not be asking, I'm sure you're the regular system. A recent passport. You have
these are it to
photograph,
take it
and your place number. Then you enter your browser tab.
upside down. Yes, that because we are going to charge this.
Organization profile. You tell us the organization, the name, the address, the located,
We can switch
all the
the
information and organogram attached. So you withdraw an organogram of the organization. You all know what an organogram is.
this
You don't know.
only
Who knows
sideways.
what an organogram is?
Only sideways.
Who knows what
It
an
cannot rotate
organogram
because
is?
we kept
Okay,
the listing
an
here.
organization
Now we
chart.
change the.
Do we know what an organization chart is?
The way you change the
The
this
chart of the organization, it shows the hierarchy.
layout, maybe it's layout.
So once you get to the organization, ask them for their chart.
Okay.
Some of them do have it. If they don't have it, you can search. Maybe it's, they have a manager and then just as the hierarchy goes, you can search it. Once you bring the logbook back to 19, there must be a chart. If there's no chart in the 21, make sure that it's sketched. So once you get there, ask them for organogram. Establish organization. If you ask Rectem, it's an organogram. So you must
So you need-
attach an organogram.
Okay, normally.
Get that organogram and staple it to the organizational. Then after that, you will now begin to fill the activity on a weekly basis. Every week that you're there, if you look at your logbook, it's on a weekly basis.
So what we just do?
In your logbook, let it be very neat. So you can be recording in a jotter so that you can copy data so that your logbook will be very neat.
And you can
And
actually.
when you now do that, at the end of that
Then
week,
you have
you
the
are expected to give your industrial supervisor that logbook to sign any comments and
Because
stuff. So
you
you
can only
signing
since you're
and
not using the app
stamping on a weekly
or
basis.
you can only use the
You know
joystick
you'll be out
or
of
the
form.
camera
So
or
you
the
can start from the
stabilizer.
rugby at center.
On a weekly basis,
Is
at the
Is
end
it
of the
stabilizer
week,
right
you
now?
give your supervisor,
All those features you can only do
and
on the
log
app.
the activities are done.
That's what I'm saying. That is it stabilizing
You
the
will sign it and you will stamp it. You will make comments. When your school supervisor come along, they have their own space too. They will make their comments and they will sign. The ITF parameter and ITF that comes around during the period of the attachment will also sign. But if you don't, at the end of your attachment, you will go to the nearest area. Don't forget the area office
hospital before you return back to school. Don't point
Must you
to
start
school
the
and
video?
you give your attachment
No.
on your
If you start
exam.
video, this one
Then
is
you
using
have
the mic.
Please sign for me, no attention. It is here you the state where you give your attachments, the day of life located in that state. That's where you sign your name to use. Now, when you look at sometimes you
Guys, are the battery back?
it's
When it's
possible what I
connected,
do
right?
on Monday, what I do on Tuesday. Please, don't write same as above. Still documents what you do. Don't write same as above. Don't write ditto, this two dash or ditto or anything. You want your logbook to be filled on a weekly basis. So sit down and document everything. And you know what it is? That sometimes when you go and they are not giving anything. Like the area manager just said, if you're nice and you communicate well, you can ask your supervisor, ma'am or sir, is there anything I can do? Do you have any assignments for me? You know you are going to document this. And normally we expect you that you're doing your attachments in a place where you are getting relevant experience. Nobody is expecting you to study this course and go and do attachment in a place that doesn't have correlation at all with what you're studying. So your experience is supposed to relate to what you're studying too, because we said Siwes is to gain practical experience. So on a daily basis, right? And at the end of that week, there's space for drawing, sketches, diagrams, graphs, depending on what you do, you understand? So we expect you to draw, sketches, like if you have some of those things, additional sheets, you can attach them and staple them. And at the end of everything, the end of your 16 week, you've not seen any items now. You're coming to our office to sign your logbook from our office. Like I said, we have ITF area offices in almost every state of the federation. It's behind the staff hall. We have the addresses behind the staff hall. We have both training centers. We have like 48 offices. We have like 48 offices. If you get this one, you get the address. But if at all the form you got doesn't have the address, go to www.itf.gov.ng. You will get every information concerning ITF. Then don't copy from your friends or old logbooks. Maybe you've seen some people that have done Siwes in time past. Don't copy. What we want is your experience, your own experience for you to share. The essence is that you are able to teach something away. Like I always say, the period of attachment is an extension of school. It's just that you are not in school, you are in an organization, so you are expected to learn. And if you actually pay attention and do what you're supposed to do, then it will not be difficult to write the things that you have learned. So don't copy anybody. Copying is not allowed. And once you copy, when someone comes and interview, when you come to ITF office, people will ask you questions. If you did not really do it, the way you answer, we will know that you copy. We see students that by the time we interact with them, we know that this one, and sometimes we refuse to sign the logbooks. When we refuse to sign the logbooks, it comes back to school. There's a credit unit attached to the Siwes, so you can repeat. So it's something that we need to take very, very serious. Don't even ask for your supervisor's assistance in filling it over. Like I said, it's something, an activity I carried out. Why do I need to ask my supervisor what to write? So do it, and you will get the benefits generally. Another thing that is expected of you as you're going out is to keep yourself safe. Safety, like we know, is a state of being safe and protected from danger or harm. And at this point in our nation, there's a lot of things going wrong. So as you proceed on attachment, it is your responsibility to keep yourself safe. When the area manager was taking a presentation, she told you not to enter unauthorized places in the organization where they tell you to stay. Please respect their boundaries and space that you are not supposed to handle for your own good. And then anytime you are going somewhere, please take appropriate information. Like I said, Nigeria is in such a state that we are all praying. Somebody needs to know where you are concerned and don't move around any. Do all that is expected of you, adhere to the rule. Wear PPEs, personal protective equipment. If you're doing possible engineering courses and all those things, and you are doing activities that has to do with you wearing your nose mask, your eye goggle, your hard hat, your boots, and your gloves, and earmuffs. There are some organizations that deal with a lot of us and you need to wear earmuffs. Don't say that I will just finish the chapter and move. Please wear all the necessary safety equipment that you need to put on so that you'll be safe. Also, in case of an accident, accident is an unprecedented or unplanned event. And so they just don't happen. Accidents are caused. Most times when you check, before something will go wrong, somebody was careless somewhere. Yes, we can't rule out the hearts of God, but those ones are very few. If we are careful most times, you will keep yourself safe from accident. So please be careful if that's your new environment, the things you do. There could be minor injury. Once you pay attention to the environment, you use the necessary safety equipment that you should put on, you are going to be safe from accidents and those things. So what are your responsibilities? Observe those safety rules and regulations. Use your PPE correctly and regularly. Notify your supervisor of any unsafe condition. Like we said, accidents happen because of unsafe acts and unsafe conditions. So if you see a condition that is out of place, quickly tell your supervisor, so I think the socket is there are naked wires there and everything. Call his attention to it and stay out of that place. And please maintain good personal hygiene and housekeeping. And don't run around or play rough play in the organization. I pray that as you go, a good Lord will go ahead of you. It will cause you to find favor and you will come back better people than if you are leaving. And please be good ambassadors of Rectem, of your parents, of the industrial training fund, and do your spiritual. God bless you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Siwes payment guidelines. That is small stipend that you're supposed to collect at the end of your exercise. But it's not that free. That's a guideline you have to follow. Number one, open an account in your own name. For example, if your name is Shola Adekeye, your account name should also be Shola Adekeye, not Oluwakome Adekeye. You know there are different between it's open an account with conventional bank only. For example, like Access Bank, First Bank, DTB, and etc. Microfinance Bank is not allowed for Siwes. Make sure you must check your account details at your Siwes unit. Make sure you sign and stamp your logbook at your place of attachment before taking it to the ITF head office nearest to your place of attachment for endorsement. I think all the steps is very clear. Next. Expected allowance is 2,500. No, it's not we, ITF and places, it's federal government. You have asked the time they started this program. It's not now. That time, that 2,500 is not of money. But it's now, it's not of Adela. It's a lot of money that time. But it is only the National Assembly can change these things, not we can take it. So, but as my time goes on, there will be changes. So, the party is 50,000. For your party is for 6 months, 2,500 and 6 is 15. For protect and collect education is the same 4 months, which is 2,000 naira per month for 4 months. However, the allowance will be paid only to those who complete expected duration and who fulfill all requirements. That's all. If you have questions at the end of this exercise, you are free to ask. It's better to ask questions now than to go there and start making mistakes. As you are going, I pray with you that God will go with you. You go in peace and come with. You don't go in peace and come in peace. In Jesus' name. Take care and God bless you.
So we are moving very fast and also moving to the end of the program. But before we move on, it's time to take questions and answers. If you have questions that are thinking about, you have questions.
Because
Continue from there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello. Pay attention. Hello, everyone. Do you have any question? You have a question, raise up your hand above your head. And if you feel like writing, you can write it down. So don't raise up your hand and come forward. Stand up from your seat and come forward. If you have raised up your hand. All of you. All of you. Is it just one person? Hold on. Okay, some people are writing. If you want to ask a question and you raise up your hand, come forward. If you want to write, you can write. So go ahead with your question. Come close. Come close and let everybody hear you well.
Okay, I'm asking for those of us who are under 18. I use our parents' bank, but I use my dad's bank. So how are we going to do it?
For this exercise, third party account is not allowed. You can't use your money. I don't know what you can do, but they used to open account for students. They used to open account for students. They have student account. You can do that. You say that student 18 years. Yeah, you can do that. What is important? You can use your property account for Siwes. Do you understand?
Next question.
My question is,
Use it well.
okay, my question is,
Please keep quiet so you can enjoy this session.
in case of public holiday or maybe at sick or something like that, what do you feel of your loved one?
If there's public holiday, you write there's public holiday. We are not praying that you'll be sick and you'll not be sick like God's grace. But if at all it happens, keep quiet. We believe it's going to be a brief period, so for those periods you can write that. You will see and you took time up. Concerning the lady with the using the parents account, once you're out of secondary school and you are in high institution, You can use your additional letter to open an account, your own account. Some banks accept it. As like First Bank, they will allow you to open your own account, but your parents will be monitoring your account. So it still has your name and your details. So you can have your own account, please. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions? And those that have written, can you please send your question forward? If you have a question.
My question is, if like a week we do different jobs in our law group, how do you feel it? Like different jobs. For a week, at the end of the week, we have to like give a report on like a specific job, or we did different jobs at the end of the week.
This notebook is just the minimum. You can attach.
It's because I'm charging.
So
Because of the
what
cost
you did on
to be,
Monday,
if I try to level it,
Electrical.
okay, on Monday, maybe you
beating
went
this
to
tonight,
get one,
level.
install transformer. Listen though, on Monday, installation of whatever KVA transformer, you write it there. You are expected to have a picture or a diagram of that transformer. If possible, tell them to snap you. Yes, let them snap you while you are doing the work. And you print, it doesn't have to necessarily be colored. You print and you can attach to that particular page. Are you with me? You can make drawings, there's space for drawings there. You can then attach whatever additional thing you need to write that you feel that the space in the notebook cannot take. Put it on a piece of paper, A4 paper, and attach. It will even make your work better. Sure A in your Siwes. Okay, I have a question here. Listen, you know this is the time of people asking questions. I have questions for you, and I have gifts. Yes, I have gifts to those that will be able to answer my own questions. Okay, so let's begin with this question. I went to let's listen to the question. This person is saying that he went to submit his Siwes placement letter at an ICT institution, and he was told to pay 80,000 naira. Before he will be accepted into that institution. Now he's asking a question here. What should he do? Hello. I'm sure if you have to see the person that knows that person. You went to an ICT place where you get additional knowledge on all these JavaScript programming language and what have you. I believe that's where you went. At that point, you feel you are coming to learn. They are not seeing you as if you're coming to work for the organization, but rather you're coming to tap knowledge from the organization. As for some of those trainings, because I see there are places that even pay in hard currency. So if it is you're going to a place like that, you know what you're going to get from them. They will not take you for free. Thank you, Mark. Okay, I have a question. Please keep quiet. If you want to answer my question, raise up your hand. I have the utmost authority to call anybody. I'll try to get a person to be impartial. Now, before my question, is there still any person here that has a question? You should be asking questions concerning your place your place of assignment. Maybe you are in this admin. What if I get a place in the hospital? Or you are in accounting. What if I get a place in a secondary school? You should be asking questions.
Some of you are saying you understand that aspect, and I'm still getting address from certain persons. Give me mortuary address. 2 students submitted address. So I'm it's not funny. After the program, we meet here.
All right. My first question. Do you have a question? Come forward. Listen to my first question. Raise up your hand if you know. The program that we are having today. Today, while you are here now, what was the program part? Raise up your hand. No chorus answer. Who is telling me? So nobody here knows what you are seated for today. I think I should collect back my receipts. Yes, see someone. Come forward. Mrs. Kinika, please help me package 1 receipt, 3 different types of sweets. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Give him a round of applause. Go and meet Mrs. Kinika. Go and meet her. I still have one question. All right. Now let's listen to this gentleman.
Yeah, please, to my statement. He said, don't work before December, the second week of January. So I don't know.
21st December.
Yeah, they said they are not going to work throughout December till the second week of January. They can presume second week of January. So I don't know.
So that is not your fault, because some organizations close by middle of December, they close shop. So if it's closed, you just put it there on holidays on your local. So you know that.
Listen. It's not all of you that will write for all of you. He said 2 December. Second week in January.
So that's about 6 weeks. That's a lot. You should look for another place to do your
Thank you, ma'am. I have a question. Okay. Listen to my second question. Raise up your hands if you know the answer. There are 3 important documents. 3 important documents that you must collect from the Siwes office before you leave for Siwes. 3. The lady on the right shirt, please come forward. The first one now, the first person I raise your hand. Mrs. Kinika, where are you? Please prepare my package. Yes.
We have the item from.
You better listen.
We have the item of industrial training from. Okay, and we have the from A, and we have our document. Okay, start from A. We have the logbook. We have the item from ITF form, and we have the scout form, we have the ITF form A.
Give by a round of applause. Okay, let's listen to your questions. Now, so that we don't waste so much time, I want to assume that this is all. If you have questions, write them down now. Now, in the next 5 minutes, I will not be taking questions again. Next question, can I work in a hotel as a business administration student? Can I work in a hotel as a business administration student? Yes, you can work as a business administration student depending on the department where you are working. So you have different sections of the hotel. So you can probably be working in the administrative section. So I would expect that you are a business administration student and you are working, cooking in the kitchen, or you are making beds, you are in housekeeping. So, but as an administrator, why not? Or maybe in the admin and human resource department, of course you can use cooking. Thank you very much, ma'am. Please pay attention. Pay attention. This is another question. If you have the way you people are writing your question is resetting my brain. Now, this person is saying that after submitting the Siwes placement form, and he was forced, or he or she was forced to relocate, can the person get another form? Answer is yes. You can get another form. Even wherever you are in the world, all you should take is to send the form to you via WhatsApp. You print and you submit to the company, you snap and send back to the Siwes office. Simple as A, B, C. So that's for that question. I have another question. Are you ready for me? Yes. Siwes, what is the duration the lady on the green skirt? I told you before, I have the utmost authority to call anybody. Duration. 4 months, that's 16 weeks. Thank you very much. You collect your package when I get there. I'll pay you back. So listen to this question. Listen.
The question is,
If the place.
don't undo it.
Okay, the question here is that
But this judge is
after submitting placement form to an organization, you were told that you have not been trained to be in that organization. For example, you submitted at a hospital and you are in civil, and then they come back to you and tell you that, what are you coming to the hospital to do? Now, this person is asking that, what should he do? Listen. Let me quickly answer that. Why will you go and submit your placement form in a place that is not relevant to your field? In the first place.
That's not the question.
Okay, I shall read what is here. If the place where you submitted your placement letter and the organization say you went straight for the field. ask for it. What should one do? Look for another place. Look for another place. Simple. You people ask for it. Another question. Now, this person's note is actually not a question. The person is saying that, please, ma'am, we want you to expatiate more on the submission of the staff form to the ITF office, and must it be submitted 2 weeks before commencing the Siwes? And also, what if the week spent on the Siwes placement is not up to 16 weeks? Is there any penalty to it? I said you will submit your scan form 2 weeks into commencement of your attachment, not before. When you start your attachment, you report this week. After 2 weeks, you will submit to the nearest ITF office. And I told you the reason is that the industrial training form is informed that a student is doing attachment somewhere. So if you don't bring it within that period, it will probably be late. So please try maximum 3 weeks. If you cannot make the second week by the 3rd week, please submit that. And then the second question is about if you don't complete 16 weeks. Like we said, once you don't complete 16 weeks, you didn't meet the criteria. So we will not attend to your logbook, and you might have to repeat your Siwes. Except we have issues sometimes on schools. Maybe it's a school problem, but that's a school problem. But now it's not a school problem. The school released you for 16 weeks and you decided not to do 16 weeks. You will answer for it. Thank you, ma'am. I hope you are aware now that you can repeat Siwes. The implication is possible that you won't graduate with your sets. So we are here for serious business. Please pay attention. I have another question. I think I want someone from this room now. They were playing when they were talking about it. Some were sleeping. Some were playing game on their phones. The phones that I see is not common. It's on Friday. Come Friday, 12 noon. If Jesus tarries. So listen to the question. Only people on this engineering room, column, you have to come back to the school after the completion of your series with 2 important documents. What are they? Look at them. Look at them. Nobody. I think you should all be punished. I think you should all be punished. No response. Come forward now, you are raising up your hands. For this question, 2 biscuits, 3 on this row, and 3 different types of sweets. Anybody? When our ITF officials were, when we were discussing it, I went to them and I mentioned it. Unfortunately. Come forward now. Don't waste our time.
Okay, the logbook and the forget.
It's correct. Give me a hand of applause. Thank you for bailing us out. Thank you. Now, these are the main questions, and that's all for today. As an LCLT student, since you people have said that I should read it as it is, so listen. I wanted to work in a hospital laboratory, but I was told that they are in need of MLT students, not SLT. You want to work, okay, and not SLT. They told you that then. Let's go to another place now. Go to another place. One of the problems that you students that you have created for yourself is that you want a place where you be paid, and it doesn't work that way for Siwes. You might be lucky to get a place that you be paid, but most times, if you are passionate about your field and you really want to learn, you might not get a place where you will be paid. It's just for a period of 4 months. I think what you will learn within those months can actually go a long way for you in the future. So why will you destroy your future like Esau by being hungry and begging food from his brother, trading his future because of food? So you don't need to be looking for where you will be paid. Look for where you will get the best of experiences. That's just it. So for that question, get another place. I went, okay, you answered this. If you call your organization during December that you are ready for your program, and their response is they don't need Siwes students again, what are you meant to do? Look for another place. What if there is no any ITF office around you, around where you work? There is ITF office in all the states of Nigeria. There's always a nearest office of the ITF all over Nigeria. So you just look out for which office is nearer to where you are. And that is it. Thank you, ma'am. I am an electrical engineering student. If my company should I use it as it is? If my company doesn't take me for field work, can I change my company? Before you answer that question, keep quiet, keep quiet. Before we answer that question, is that if my company yes, does not, but what was the spelling? Doing. Hello. Listen, you know, we've been reading these errors, but honestly, my heart is saddened. Seriously. Because we are not even in secondary school. You are in a higher institution and you're writing this way. I'm actually very sad as a mother. I feel very sad. It's not something to laugh about. Please, I want to encourage you, go and buy brighter grammar. Seriously. Yes, I'm not joking now, I'm very serious about it. Go and buy brighter grammar so that you can learn words, past tense, past continuous, present. Please, it's very important. It's a very cheap book, it's very cheap. Brighter grammar. So you begin to learn new words. You learn how to use past tense, present tense, continuous tense, and so on. It's very important. You have to communicate appropriately. You are in a higher institution, you're writing like this. Those in secondary school must not write this way, even primary school. It's sad. Please. It's better to correct yourself now before it becomes a part of you. Then you graduate from the university, from higher institution, and you will start speaking that way. No, please. And I want you to encourage yourself to do a lot of reading. Just read anything. Have the culture to read. When you read, you will learn new words. You will see how people write. Then you can also use it. It will help you right now. Okay, please. So, what's the question? Thank you. What was the question? Electrical. An electrical engineering student that is not being taken for field work. Can he change? You can always change, even if you start your Siwes in the company and you are not enjoying it, if you are not satisfied, you can change. But before you change, always carry along your Siwes director. Very important, so that they can change any information that's already written for you. So you can change. There's no other facts about that. Thank you, ma'am. And we have two questions that are similar. These are asking if they can work as receptionists, being an engineer, business administration students. Two questions. But that's not relevant. Is it relevant? It's not relevant because as a receptionist, you'll be attending to clients, to customers. That's off your work. You see, the problem you have is because you don't want to work for free. I'm sure you will have a place that will take you. They might not just pay. And you don't know that when you work for free, you are not actually working for free. Because you are learning the technical aspect of it. You are learning something. The work you are studying or whatever you are studying in school, you are having a practical aspect of it. So you are gaining experience, you are gaining expertise, but you think it's free. By the time you translate your experience and your expertise to money, you will know it's not free. So I rather want you to work somewhere where they will not pay you, but you are gaining experience and it's relevant to your course of study. That for you to go and work as a receptionist, it's up. It's up what you are learning. This is a technical school, technology, and you are being receptionist. What are you going to do? Is it, who asked that question? Two persons. Can you please come to me now? Let me see. Please see me later. Make sure you see me before you go. Please. Hello. You must know who you are. Don't limit yourself. Very important. I was talking to some of our, we also organize training, capacity building trainings. We're actually doing more right now. That was why we came into the place in our office. So I was talking to them this morning and I was telling them, you must know who you are. Ask yourself, who am I? Some people don't even know who you are. You don't know what you carry. You don't know the virtues that are in you. You don't know the potentials you have. Why are you going to limit your potentials? Do you know that by going to accept a job of a receptionist as an undergraduate, you are actually limiting the glory of God in your life? That's the truth. Because you don't even know who you are. You don't think anything. You are reading electrical engineering and you want to be a receptionist. Please, you should have an identity. You must know who you are. You should have an identity. Value yourself. Don't take anything. And you rather say, okay, I will work for free
and let me get the expertise, let me get the experience, give me your knowledge. And it will be translated to money. It might not be immediately, but it will definitely turn to money because one day somebody will need that experience from you and they will give you money for it. Don't ever limit yourself. Always know your identity, what you carry. An electrical engineering student, when you can even be helping out to fix bulbs, fix electrical gadgets, then you go and be receptionist. Okay, business admin, even if you're a business admin, do you know where your colleagues are? And you are doing receptionist. So after your training, you will now go and they ask you, what did you learn? I was a receptionist. How do you get another job somewhere? That's why most of you don't have jobs, because you don't have any CV. There's no profile to refer to. You don't have work experience. You now want to get a job in an organization and they want your profile. Let me tell you something. No matter how small that experience that you have, it goes a long way. I'll tell you a little story of my son when he was going to do a 2 weeks program, attachment. He was in the secondary school, and they said he should go for a 2 weeks attachment. He went to the bank to have that attachment. Some of his colleagues were like, why do you have to go to the bank? Just a 2 weeks program. I put him in the bank, and he was working there, working on files, working on people's accounts, and so on. Do you know that the first job he did, he went back to that bank? Because they really loved his work. It was already in his profile. It was in his CV. But the first thing was they said, come back to us. So the moment he graduated from school, I took him back there and he was employed. Right now, he's in details. But you see, all those things we are making his CV. Then now they look at your CV, receptionist. Then you say you don't see work. How you go see work? You must carry yourself, you must get the best. How much did they even pay you that time? Did they even pay you? I can't even remember. So it's not about money. You need your CV to be updated, to be upgraded. Please tell yourself, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I carry. I know what I carry. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's give her a round of applause, please. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, I have a question, just one more. I don't know if there's any other person that's written down his or her question. Any other person? Now, before I take that question, please welcome with me the Deputy Rector of the school, Dr. Olani. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Do we still have questions? Please don't waste this moment in time. Please, do you still have any question regarding your Siwes? Anybody? All right. Let me take the last question here. Now, this person is asking that if he, after getting his Siwes placement in a faraway place, that far away is, I don't know, is relative. We don't know how far away it is. Now, the person is asking that, can he or she be visited? I really don't want to read what is here, so I'm rearranging it. Can he or she be visited? That's the question. That after he has gotten the placement and the place is far away, let me assume maybe in Sokoto, I'm assuming. Now he's asking that can he be visited? Then the other part of the question is, during Christmas break and New Year break, what happens? Now I think I can answer that first. Just write in your notebook, Christmas break. Then for New Year, thank you, holiday. New Year holiday. Now concerning visitation.
So I wanted to understand what he was trying to say. Is it that your supervisor, the visitation we talked about, that your supervisor will visit you?
Yes. So how far can it be? ITM is everywhere. So I'm sure, is it the schools? Schools? Yes, we give them allowances, so they will visit you. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Any other question? No. Now, before I drop the mic, I still want to give gifts to someone. Now, this question, I want someone from SLT. I know we have someone from engineering. Maybe I'll make it 2 questions. This question, I want you to come forward and mention any 5 safety gadgets that was displayed earlier. Please don't mistake anyone. Any 5 safety gadgets. Anybody apart from engineering students? Your answer, please.
My question is, excuse me, let's engineer looking. I was trying to say that the first set of our Siwes students, who went out, they were visited. They're not till now. They've not been paid. So, yes, I know at one point, the something was processed. After approval, you let me know the cancel. Rewrite the headquarters now. Both our students as well as the supervisory staff have not been paid. The first set.
I'm sure you are not listening to us because we have been paying and promptly. So I can't never see your documents. That's it.
Okay, I think I will have to react to this office.
Because you have to write, you have to collate.
Thank you, sir. Back to my question. Who is answering? The young man with the red tie, please come forward. Please come forward. Mention any 5 safety gadgets.
Okay, so we saw the safety rules. Hand gloves, helmets, and nose mask, and safety glasses.
5. You are going to be collecting 2 panels of biscuits and 3 panels of sweets. Thank you very much. Now let me ask anybody, did you come from SLT or management? Beautiful. Anybody from management? Now, I want just 3. I know our mommy Coca. She was the one that would have done that. Your conduct during Siwes in the office. I want just 3. Anybody from management, either accountancy, you have answered for now, I want someone else. Accountancy or business admin. Mention 3 conducts. Anybody? Okay. I think I've seen someone on the black side. Please come forward. And that will be the last question for the session. Make it fast. Mention 3.
You want the 3?
be honest, and you have to start.
Perfect. All right. Since you don't have any question, we'll move to the next item on the program. Thank you all to those that answered my question. As I'm leaving now, just come there. Don't mind. Come to my stand to collect your gifts. Thank you. Have a nice time.
So you disconnected. Then
we're still broadcasting on YouTube.
like